Good evening to all. I am Subramaniam, working as a professor in the mechanical department. In this session, we are going to see about the power plant engineering. In power plant engineering, there are various types of power plant to generate the electricity by use of the sources of water and other sources. Here we are going to see about the steam power plant, how to generate electricity through the steam power plant. So the steam power plant, we can see the steam power plant is answering heat to generate the electricity itself. Here the steam power plant is located mainly on the Navy itself, and here in nearby you can see about the Meto in the boundary diagram also you can able to locate it. So the steam power plant, here the water is heated to a certain as a steam power, and the steam has been allowed to hit the turbine to rotate the turbine. So the turbine is directly attached to the generator which produces electricity, and the electricity has been supplied here. The main point here is cooling tower, and again the steam after rotates the turbine is being allowed to the cooling tower itself. So the main parts of this steam power plants are the cooling tower and the feed water pump, boiler, steam turbine, generator. Here in the simple you can see the water from the cooling tower is being transferred to the boiler with the help of the feed water pump from the cooling tower through the condenser. So the water from the cooling tower, which has been sucked by the feed water pump and to the condenser, and it has been fed into the boiler system. Inside boiler, there is a tubes there where the water enters inside it, and the heat boiler, and the boiler fully is been controlled with the ashes, coal, and the coal burns there, which converts the water into a steam itself, and the steam has been transferred to the turbine level, where it rotates the turbine, where the steam hits the turbine blades and rotates the turbine. The turbine which has been the turbine shaft is attached to the generator to produce electricity, and electricity has been created here. After the steam hits the turbine, it enters into the cooling tower through the condenser. So why the condenser is the main point of the condenser is the rest of the heat from the steam is being transferred to the water which is from the cooling tower, which is cool water, to have a warm water itself. So the heat transfer has been happening in the condensation. The superheated steam, after it rotates the turbine, it enters the condenser with some power of steam itself, with some for the heat. The heat transferred to the cooling water, which has been warm water, and the steam has been again shifted to the cooling tower to condense and to become a water itself. The warm water is transferred to the turbine, to the power, to the heat, to the boiler through the feed water pump. Here is the schematic. This is a pictorial drawing of the steam power plant itself. So the coal supply is differently from a separate space. Coal has been supplied to the boiler itself to heat the boiler, and the smoke has been transferred to the chimney to higher level, and it has been to the atmosphere. At the same time, after the boiler has been heated, the ash has been collected from the boiler itself. So here you can see the water from the water supply from the cooling water is being entered into the condenser itself. So the condenser here, the water inside the tubes is being carrying it as a warm water, and this warm water is being transferred into the boiler through the feed water pump. When the water enters into the boiler, it has been converted to the steam itself. Here the water enters as a cooling water itself, and here it comes as a steam. The inside tube itself, the steam has been transferred into the turbine. So as it rotates the turbine itself. Once it rotates the turbine, the water has been converted to steam. The steam rotates the turbine, and turbine is attached to the generator, where the electricity is produced here, and the rest of the steam, after rotating the turbine, it falls down. it falls out through the condenser itself, and in the condenser has been collected, the water supply has been again sent to the cooling tower itself. So this is a steam boiler where how the steam boiler has been working places has been described in here. So here the fuel combustion, heat transfer, fuel flexibility is there. The turbine which rotates in a higher speed because of the steam energy enters in there, and the steam has been dropped to the steam outlet for the water cooling water itself. So this is a process of Rankine cycle where the pump feeds the water to the condenser and condenser to the turbine, and it has the pump is from the container. Water pump has been feeding the boiler to the turbine. Again, the water is rotated here. So this we can see chances of the future outlook of the water turbine itself. With this, we come to the end of this session of the steam power plant itself. We will see the next session. Thank you.